I'm very privileged to be here today with many speakers on behalf of Milton, introducing the announcement of the Velodrome, the Milton Velodrome, for the Toronto 2015 Pan Am and Parapan American Games. Competing in 2 road events and bringing home gold to Canada in the 80-kilometer road race. And it is very exciting to hear today to know that the Velodrome will be built in Milton and be one of the most amazing world-class venues that Canada or North America has in terms of a velodrome.
I can hardly wait to see programs of kids running in this facility. Kids who will dream of and train for the big events like the Olympic Games. They'll be motivated when they watch live, world-class events happening in their own backyard. Milton is a great location to draw from a large population base to produce our future Canadian and Olympic champions. And this is a very exciting time in Canadian cycling. It's good news all around.
Every winter for the past 2 decades or so, members of the Canadian team have traveled to California to train. Well, no more. No more thanks to a state-of-the-art velodrome that we're building right here in Milton. With this velodrome, Canada has the potential to become a top cycling country in the world. The country to watch in the future.
In less than 3 years, the Greater Toronto Area will proudly welcome athletes from across the Americas and the Caribbean for one of the largest multi-sport events in Canadian history. And I'm so pleased that the town of Milton will play an exciting role in hosting this amazing event. On that note, I'm pleased to officially announce today that the Harvard government will provide $38.4 million towards building Milton Pan and Parapan velodromes.
It's just going to be so remarkable. It is a memory, Sue, that you said, that these kids are going to have. And there's so many families like us out there. There's so many of us that I appreciate it. But this year, after my kids seeing so many road cyclists on the road, going out early in the morning, stopping at Stars Delights on the corner and continuing on their way down across the 401, because First Line takes you right over the 401, they said this year for the first time, hey, you know what, we'd like to get bikes this year. So even seeing it around them hits home. And that's the legacy that we're going to be giving to families and kids in this community. And we will definitely look after them, we will welcome them, and we cannot wait to take part in the Paralympics and the Paralympics.
Our cycling heroes, like Steve Barlow, Kraiker, Robbie Walden, and Sue Palmer-Komar, just to name a few. Henry Fordman said, coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. By working together, we are creating a lasting legacy here in Ontario, one that will promote healthy and active living within our communities, and one that will strengthen the vitality of our economy for today, for tomorrow, and beyond.
But I just want to say how proud I am at the Pan Am Parapan 2015 logo right beside the town of Milton on my hotel. Now, of course, we know that we're in a historic building here. This building that you and I are in here is 13 years older than this great nation of ours. So it's history being made here, not only this morning with this announcement, but as well, you know, that velodrome that's been alluded to on more than one occasion. Not only is it the first in Canada, the second in North America, but also it's going to be right adjacent to a world biosphere called the Niagara Escarpment. That's in the backdrop, and you might have noticed that in the video there. So something very historic is happening here this morning. It doesn't mean much today, but it certainly will in the future.
As an avid cyclist myself, I too am incredibly excited when I heard that there was a possibility of getting a velodrome in Milton. Cycling is a growing sport. Weekday and weekend cyclists are everywhere. More young riders are getting involved. It's easy to get on a bike and stay healthy and active. Not only will this velodrome encourage others to get involved in cycling, it will encourage young people to take up a sport that is exciting, fresh, and believe the new facility is not just a track, it's not just a community center. We hope it will be the home of Canadian cycling.
On behalf of Cycling Canada, I'd like to thank the partners that have worked so hard to bring this facility to the point of today's announcement. In recent history, there have been two great success stories of nations building their cycling programs around major multi-sport games. When Australia secured their 2000 Olympic Games, in 1993, they determined that cycling would be one of the sports they would focus on for their home team effort for the 2000 Olympic Games, and they were #1 in cycling at those games and maintained that through the 2004 Games in Athens. Similarly, Great Britain decided to maximize the legacy of the 2002 Commonwealth Games and the velodrome built for that event. They created an academy and developed a plan to put GB cycling on the map. In actual fact, they actually abandoned road cycling for a period of time to focus on the track. And now look where they are with Team Sky, and they are the #1 cycling nation in the world, surpassing Australia in Beijing and then again in London. And I don't need to be reminded of how many times we heard God Save the Queen in the London Velodrome this past summer at the Olympic Games. So I'm really looking forward to hearing No Canada in 2015 many, many times.